Cruising across the emerald waters of Halong Bay, surrounded by limestone formations and floating villages, is undeniably one of the most magical experiences in Vietnam. Even though it's one of the most popular and touristy activities in the country, it would be a shame to miss out on experiencing this unique landscape. The best way to explore the area of Halong Bay is by going on one of the many cruises available. Waking up in the middle of the ocean with views of these stunning mountainous islands was an unforgettable experience for us. In this video, we will take you along on our 3 days, 2 nights experience on a boat cruise in Halong Bay. We will show you exactly what to expect from a cruise here, what our boat and cabin look like, and what kind of activities you can expect on a trip like this. We will also share some more practical info on how to pick the right Halong Bay cruise for your trip to Vietnam. If you're coming straight from Hanoi or Ninh Bình, you can leave in the morning of your cruise, as boarding usually takes place around noon. Many companies offer the option to pick you up from your hotel in Hanoi, usually at an extra cost. We, however, had a full travel day coming from Sapa the day before, so we had to spend the night in Halong Bay City, which turned out to be quite a weird experience in itself. At the time of our visit, the city was a pure ghost town. The streets were empty, with huge resorts in European architecture, empty hotels, and abandoned buildings. We hardly encountered any other tourists or residents. Cafes and restaurants were empty, and that night the whole place just felt eerie and a bit scary. The next morning, we took a Grab to the marina where our boat cruise would take off. After everybody arrived and checked in their luggage, you first hop on a smaller boat that will take you to the main cruise ship. The ship usually stays within the national park at all times. On the way, you will see many other boats heading for the limestone mountains in the distance, and you already get treated to some amazing scenic shots. The closer you get, the more beautiful the surroundings become, and you just can't stop turning your head in awe. After comparing multiple providers and reading many reviews, we went for a mid-range option, which turned out to be perfect for us. For this, we obviously had to go over our typical backpacking budget. We felt it was worth spending a bit more on this once-in-a-lifetime experience, as we wanted to have a serene cruise with not too many other tourists around, as this cruise only has around 20 rooms. Of course, there are also way fancier and pricier options available, and even more budget-friendly ones too. We loved the spacious room and big windows looking directly out on the breathtaking landscapes. We had never been on a cruise before and were really surprised by the amount of space we had. Even the shower had a window with an open view. And most of all, we loved having our own little balcony to enjoy the sunset and just relax by ourselves.
We actually just arrived a few hours ago on this cruise.
Yes, it's spectacular. In Halong Bay City, we arrived last night after a long bus drive all the way from Sapa. It was around 10 hours.
Oh my god, it took so long. And it was actually not the most comfortable bus, to be honest. And we felt quite cramped in there. So it's quite a change of scenery, actually, to come from Sapa, where it was quite cold and foggy, to this right now.
Yeah, it's full on sunshine today. We're very lucky. So we were meeting up at these harbors.
Indeed, like a marina.
Yeah.
And they have like a couple of ships there, which you then transfer here.
Oh, somebody's laying anchor.
There's another ship laying anchor, like right in front of us there now. So
yeah, and from there we went on this smaller cruise ship that brought us to this one where we're staying. It's amazing. Our cabin is so beautiful.
Yes, we have like a window like right in front of our bed with a magnificent view, as you could see. And the balcony, thank God, where we can also like hang out and chill.
And even in our bathroom, we have a full-on window, so you could shower with a nice view, or a view for other people, I don't know. We already had an amazing lunch, so after welcoming us, we were welcomed with a drink and a full menu for lunch, really tasty,
Indeed.
all fresh.
We also got our itinerary for the next 2 nights, or let's say 3 days almost, which includes like kayaking. We're gonna see a cave apparently somewhere, go to a village at one point, which is tomorrow, and like just some kind of other activities, like you can spend time in a jacuzzi, or in the evening do some fishing of, what was it, squids?
Squid fishing.
Squid fishing.
So we were just chilling on our balcony, and you have these vendors on little boats that pass by selling things super overpriced. She asked insane.
Oh my God! It was for Pringles it was 200,000, and for a wine bottle 600,000 done. It's even more than on the ship itself.
I don't know if she's selling much because she went to other ships and now she's coming back to this one.
Yes,
so.
I'm gonna film her now.
In all honesty, we were struggling with how to pick the right boat cruise at first. It mostly depends obviously on your budget and what you're looking for to experience. There's a whole range of options for Halong Bay, with prices spanning from around $50 for a day trip to $150 for an overnight cruise. The duration and quality of your tour play a significant role, and we realized with Halong Bay you really get what you pay for. It's crucial to be aware that there are numerous subpar tours out there which can ruin your trip and crush some hopes you might have. So thorough research is a must for your decision, and we suggest not to skimp out on this one. We'll put our choices in the description to help you out if you're interested. In the afternoon, guests have some free time to arrive or just relax. We just roamed around and enjoyed exploring the different decks of the ship. And our cruise ship even had a jacuzzi on board. There is also the possibility to borrow a kayak or go swimming in the Cha Bao area, which is the background of the Kong Skull Island movie. We felt more like chilling on the upper deck and immersing ourselves in the beauty of our surroundings. Feeling the afternoon sun on our backs while enjoying the views was such a relaxing experience. There are different boat cruise options that you can choose from, not only by the number of nights or budget, but also ambience. We, for example, decided to avoid any party boats as we wanted a more nature-centric approach for a truly immersive Halong Bay experience. Staying for 1 to 2 nights allows you to venture further away from the lively day trip party boats, unless that's exactly the experience you're looking for. In the late afternoon, there was a sunset party on deck where the crew had prepared fruit and cake platters. We enjoyed the happy hour while watching the views. You definitely don't need to bring any extra snacks to your cruise if you're wondering. The staff provides so much food, fruits and little bites in between. We never felt hungry and could really stuff ourselves. After dinner, you can participate in all kinds of entertainment, such as karaoke, squid fishing, chilling at the bar, or heading for the jacuzzi. After a good night's sleep, we decided to wake up early to catch the sunrise and join a Tai Chi class on the sun deck. After breakfast, it was time for the first activity of the day. These activities are mentioned on your cruise itinerary, and you can decide to join them or just stay behind on the main ship. We, however, were curious to see more of Halong Bay and decided to join for the day. We got on the transfer boat that took us to Viet Hai village. Along the way, we got to see more of the impressive limestone formations. Once at the fishing island, we hopped on a bike and rode towards the village. We had so much fun cycling around here, surrounded by these towering karst limestone mountains and vast greenery. We almost felt like on a Jurassic Park island. Once in the village, we got some more information about the area of Halong Bay, its flora and fauna, and got the chance to try some local brewed snake wine. Wasn't really our thing, but Moritz got to know some of the residents of the island better and made a new friend. We also passed by this spa with little fish nibbling dead skin cells from your feet. We already saw these throughout Asia, but it was actually our very first time trying it. And as you can tell, it was pretty fun, even though you have to get used to the feeling of fish nibbling on your feet. After roaming around for a while, it was time to ride back to our boat, where we had a lovely lunch with a papaya salad, chicken, steamed fish, and more amazing seafood. After lunch, we got dropped off at a floating village for some kayaking. Being this close to the water gives you another angle to soak up the beauty around you. You can roam around freely and explore some hidden islands of the gorgeous Lanha Bay. As you can tell, the program of the 3-day 2-night trip is quite filled with many things to do and experience. You would miss out on these if you're staying only one night, which is what we had originally planned. However, after reading other people's reviews who often said they felt rushed during their one-night experience, we decided to alter our initial plans. We upgraded to a 2-night 3-day package, and that was the best decision we made. One night would have been way too short to fully enjoy, and only the second day made the price totally worth it in our opinion. This way we could do all the experiences the cruise has to offer at a more relaxed pace. As we read so many testimonies and compared many providers, we noticed that most of the companies offer almost the same type of activities. However, depending on the provider you choose, you might get better or worse quality of service. Later in the afternoon, the boat took us to some beaches around Ba Trai Dao area where you can go for a swim and or jump off the boat like these crazy Australians did. On our last day, we woke up bright and early again to join a trip to the Dark and Light Caves. It just takes a little small boat tour to the caves where you will transfer onto smaller rowing boats. This tour seems to be on many cruise boat itineraries as the platform to transfer was packed with tourists. It took some time to get on the rowing boats and there were many around, but in the end it was still a fun experience. This activity is also included in the 1-day 2-night package, which explains the amount of people here. So, answering the question whether it's worth it or not to go on a Halong Bay boat tour, in our opinion, absolutely yes. No exaggeration, this was an absolute dream come true. Our journey through Halong Bay was an experience of a lifetime that we wholeheartedly recommend to everyone planning a trip to Vietnam. We have one major tip though: book in advance, especially if you have a specific cruise in mind. These cruises book out fast. We booked a month ahead and options were very limited at that time already. We'll leave you with some of our favorite shots of Halong Bay and see you next time in Ninh Bình.